life updates. That's the thing people like to watch, right? So I have some exciting news and some interesting news, I guess, for things. So the first exciting thing is that I'm having an author event in Toronto on April 23rd at the Indigo on Yonge and Eglinton, which is really exciting. So it's on a Sunday and it's from 1 to 4 p.m. So if anyone lives in the Toronto area and wants to come hang out and see me and buy a book, that would be amazing. It would be so exciting. I'm doing two other author events as well at the very next weekend and then also in June, but they're like in, like, I don't want to announce it on YouTube because they're in smaller towns, and I feel like that's, I don't know why, but I feel like I don't want to tell people. I'm also starting writing vlogs as well. I'm calling them the zombie vlogs because the book that I'm writing while I started this vlog was about zombies, basically. There's more to the story than that. It doesn't focus on zombies, although there are obviously scenes in it where there are zombies and stuff like that, and it takes place in the zombie world, so I call them the zombie vlogs because I don't have a title for my book yet, and I feel like I never will. So I have the first one up already. I'll link it up here if you haven't checked it out and you want to. The thing about this and that, I guess, is that, in case you guys are not aware, Chloe Diller is not the first book that I self-published. I published Calypso a couple years ago, 3 years ago, I think, which was like one of my first full-length novels. I'm gonna say it was like my third full-length novel that I ever wrote. I was super, super proud of it, and I'm still proud of it, but it's not nearly as good as the stuff I've written now. Like, I've obviously continued to grow as a writer and stuff, and so sometimes when people like read Chloe Diller and then tell me they're gonna read Calypso after, I'm like, no, please don't. It's not good. Although there are a lot of people who thought that it was decent, but there are also a lot of like 13-year-olds who really seem to love it, which is great. If 13-year-olds really like it, then I'm happy. And I don't regret self-publishing it or anything. It definitely helped me learn and helped me grow and helped me get my name out there a little bit, because there were people who I don't know who read it, which was kind of exciting. And there were people at my mom's school who never liked to read, and that book got them into reading, which is really exciting and really awesome to have, like, my book did that and everything, which is great, but I'm much more proud of the books I've written since then, obviously. And I self-published a book called New Aura, which was the first book in the REM Cycle trilogy, but I had huge issues with the publisher that I went with, and I ended up unpublishing it. And it was always my plan to republish it along with the sequel. Whenever I had all that stuff figured out with a new publisher, I was going to publish the sequel at the same time, because I figured it would probably take some time and everything to get everything sorted out, and I had already had my sequel pretty much written by then. But since then, I have written my zombie book, which I like a lot. I think it's well written, and I think it's really interesting, and I think it's better than New Aura and Dark Aura, and a lot. And like, again, like, there's nothing wrong with New Aura. It's good. It's pretty YA cliche. Like, a lot of the stuff that happens is like, it's very like tropey, I guess. But it's still an interesting premise. It's still a fun story for sure. But because it didn't get out there very much, there aren't very many people who read it. And obviously not everyone who read it loved it. There were a few people who loved it and want to read the second one, but I feel like there's like 4 people who want to read the second one. And it's difficult to self-publish series, I feel like, because in order for the second book to be successful, the first book has to be really successful, and the second book is almost always less successful than the first one. And so if I publish the second book, and then I go to publish the third book, like, people had to have read the first 2 and enjoyed them enough to continue with the series in order for anything to happen with the next book. And people who never heard of me before might not want to invest in a trilogy from an author they've never heard of who didn't even get published through a traditional publisher or anything. So it's really difficult. I feel like standalones are definitely the way to go with self-publishing. I feel like, and I feel kind of bad about it because there are a few people who I know for sure who want to read the rest of the books in the REM cycle. Like, I know there are people who want to, and I I want to, like I've written the first two and I want to write the third one as well, but I feel like I should be spending my time and energy into this other book that I am more proud of, and that people don't have to read any other of my books in order to read or know about this one. Like, no one has to know or care about Calypso or Chloe Diller in order to read this one. They just have to hear about that one, kind of thing. And I feel like that's smarter, and for the like 4 people out there who do want to continue with the REM cycle, like, I'm sure there's something that I can do for them so that they can continue with the series. Like, I'm sure I can somehow figure something out for them. But for now, I feel like I should be spending my time and energy on this other book that I'm more proud of, and that's a standalone, and there's no prerequisites for reading it or anything like that. I feel like that's just way easier and smarter. So it's kind of difficult. It's a difficult thing to decide and think about, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I feel like the REM cycle will not be published in the near future. So I'm sorry, but also I'm not that sorry, I guess. I don't know. It's bad. Is that bad? I pre-filmed a lot of videos in February, and I had like 2 or 3 weeks worth of scheduled videos, and as those videos were scheduled and going up, I was filming more videos, and so like my videos are like 2 weeks behind when I put them up now. Like, I put up a video, like I put up a book review of a book I read 2 weeks prior, basically. And in tag videos where I talk about the last book I read, I've actually read 2 or 3 books since then, since posting it. Which is, for some reason, overwhelming me a little bit. But there you have it. This one is not going to be going up. This one's going to be going up out of order. This is going to be going up before other videos that I've filmed previously, so that people know about my thing in Toronto before it's over, obviously. So, I don't know, for some reason I feel like I need to tell you guys that whenever, like, you see my review of Throne of Glass, I actually read that like 3 weeks before the video goes up and stuff like that. But whatever, it's not that important. There's videos, right? I'm currently reading Crown of Midnight, in case you guys want to know that. I'm not far in, I'm on chapter 5, but I'm in love with it already, even more than the first one. I love it so much. And then my last thing that I want to talk about, which is really exciting, is that I'm going to Europe in May. I'm so excited. I'm pretty sure I'm still going to have pre-filmed videos that will be able to go into May by that point, so there'll still be videos going up, regular book videos, while I'm in Europe. But when I come back, I will have videos for you. I'm going to make a video that's just going to be a regular like video montage with music, because I really like those and they're a lot of fun, just of the whole trip. And then I'm going to do vlogs that are probably of like a few days at a time. So I'm really, really excited. I'm going to the Netherlands and Belgium and Germany. Most of the trip is going to be in the Netherlands because I'm going to visit my friend who lives there. And we're staying in Amsterdam for a few nights. It's very exciting. I'm so excited. I've never left North America, and I'm going by myself, which is fine because I've traveled by myself before too, but it's a long flight. But I'm going to bring a book with me. Hopefully they'll have TVs, you know, on the seat in front of you. I'm really, really excited about that, and I hope you guys are excited for the videos that I'm going to be posting. I really hope that I make good videos too and they're interesting. I don't think they wouldn't be interesting. I don't see why they wouldn't be, but anyway, really exciting. I'm really excited for that. I'm also getting pens made well, they were going to be Chloe Diller pens, but there was a huge thing and it didn't end up working out. So I'm getting pens made with my website on it instead, but they're super cute, and here's a picture of them, and I'm so excited for them, and I'm going to be selling them at my author events. Not at the one in Toronto though, I'm sorry, because the one in Toronto is actually held by Indigo, so they're the ones who are ordering the books and selling them and everything, and I just get paid from the publisher when they order the books, kind of thing. Whereas all the other events I'm doing independently, so I just sell my own stuff. I do my own ordering and I make my own profits, whatever, so I can basically sell whatever I want. But I can't really sell a pen there because it doesn't have like a UPC and they don't have it in their system or anything like that. But maybe if I have them in time, I will bring a few to give to people. Maybe. I might not though. But I guess that's all. I'm sorry this was so long and rambly, but I felt like doing it. I like talking as well, so why not, right? I guess that's all. I hope you have a good day.